I'm here now with Taylor Viles, and during the press conference, organizers were also asked if they were hopeful to eventually hold a future Winter Olympic Games here, but Taylor, CEO Mike Pratt, kind of avoided the question by saying that they have lots of other international competitions coming up that they're looking forward to, and didn't really allude to the future of the Winter Olympics here.
Well, of course, it would be so much fun. We haven't had a Winter Olympics here since 1980 in that Miracle on Ice game, but we're really looking forward to this opening ceremony. I'm going to have live coverage coming up later tonight at 10 and 11, but we're going to be hearing from the president of FISU, plus, of course, the New York Governor Kathy Hochul, and then at the end of Main Street, it's going to be lighting of the cauldron, and the ceremonies will signify the beginning of the 2023 FISU World University Games. So super excited to be here.
Absolutely. For Taylor Viles, I'm Michael Miller, live in Lake Placid for ABC 22 News.
And our Taylor Viles was at the opening ceremonies. We go live to him right now, where it all is, in Lake Placid. Hi, Taylor.
Hey, Lauren, that's right. Lake Placid is buzzing and as busy as it's been in over 40 years since that 1980 Olympic Games. Of course, the 2023 FISU World University Games opening ceremony finished up just about an hour and a half ago to declare these games begun. And of course, it was New York Governor Kathy Hochul who did declare them begun. She said, let the games begin in front of a packed house tonight. Just after 50 countries represented by, as you said, 1,400 athletes walked across the ice. The Ukrainians were heavily applauded in recognition of all they've had to endure over the last few years. And of course, when the Americans were announced, chants of USA rained down to the ice. Those who attended the ceremonies were feeling the excitement, and they were reminded of the significance Lake Placid has had on American sports.
The fact that it all happened here, history happened right here, and I think that's incredible.
Today is really reminding me more of that day and of the feelings I had of that day. It's bringing it all back, because this is, the Herb Brooks Arena.
Coming up in sports, I will have a full recap of the ceremony plus fan reaction on why Lake Placid is such a famously enshrined sports town in America. That's all for sports. I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm Taylor Viles. It's been 43 years since the Olympic Games that saw miracles take shape in Lake Placid. But now in 2023, athletes from over 50 countries are getting to work in this cute New York town to try to prove that they are the best college athletes in their respective sports. Earlier tonight, the opening ceremonies kicked off for the 2023 FISU World University Games.
Seeing everybody and all the athletes, they obviously do it up real nice, so you get to see them all in one place also. You get to see all the countries involved. And it's just a good time, a good way to open up the whole FISU Olympics.
And do it up they did. A night of dance, an ice dance, and other performances that I wouldn't know how to categorize. Each country got its moment to shine on the ice, as over the first hour, each athlete, preceded by their country's flag, walked across the ice before moving to their seats. Notable country arrivals were the Ukrainians, who were heavily applauded in recognition of all they've had to endure over the last few years. And of course, when the Americans were announced, chants of USA rained down to the ice in a similar fashion to the cries of the fans from that fateful hockey game in 1980. During the night, fans realizing the significance of where they were seated.
The fact that it all happened here, history happened right here, and I think that's incredible.
Today is really reminding me more of that day and of the feelings I had of that day. It's bringing it all back, because this is, the Herb Brooks Arena.
New York Governor Kathy Hochul made sure to mention the miracle game during her remarks before the declaration we were all waiting for.
Let the 2023 World University Games begin. Thank you.
This year, the opening ceremony has seemed to run smoothly, but the last time one took place in Lake Placid, things didn't go as well.
The opening ceremonies were an organizational disaster. The shuttle bus drivers went on strike the day before, through the day of, and almost half the people missed the opening ceremonies. They couldn't get to the arena.
That wasn't the case for tonight, though. The attendance for Thursday night's ceremony was 4,359. With the history Lake Placid possesses, memories are connected with every corner, and Karen and Bob Peters have a special one with a special man from 1980.
Yeah, the day before we met Herb Brooks out on the street, and got his autograph, spoke to him, and said, yeah, the hockey team is really doing quite good. And he says, not bad, quote, not bad for a bunch of college kids.
We know what those college kids went on to do, and for the next 11 days, these college kids will attempt to leave their mark on Lake Placid and remind America that this is a town for
winter sports. It's the Olympic town. That and Squaw Valley are, it means the Olympics in the U.S.
Well, Lauren, as you can see, so much excitement coming here from Lake Placid today. Just one day and 11 more to go.
Taylor, is this your first time, by the way, in Lake Placid?
It is. It's my first time, but I would be remiss if I didn't say my dad was at that 1980 Olympic hockey game where the U.S. beat Russia, so he has all the pictures to prove it, and he's very excited that I'm here.
I bet. All right. That's great. That's a great story, father-son. All right. Taylor, thank you so much. We're coming right back in a few moments.
And our very own Taylor Viles was at last night's opening ceremony, and he'll be bringing us coverage throughout the duration of the games.
He joins us live from Lake Placid this morning with more on what to expect at today's games. Good morning, Taylor.
Hey, Taylor.
Well, Isabel and Bo, good morning from Lake Placid. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't rainy and cold here, but last night it was a successful opening ceremony for the 2023 FISU World University Games as over 4,000 people attended. You can already feel the excitement as people are beginning to wake in this small town. If you missed the festivities last night, that's okay. The Ukrainians received a large applause after what they've had to endure in recent years. The massive American team was the other entrance to garner a loud ovation, including chants of USA. Also, New York Governor Kathy Hochul gave her remarks, as you just saw, including officially declaring that the games have begun. Now, with the partying part of this experience all done, it's time to get to work. Some notable events happening today. If you're interested in cross-country skiing, the mixed team sprint semifinals and finals will be kicking off at 9 a.m. from Mount Van Hovenberg. I'll be there and have highlights for you later on tonight. Snowboard cross for both men and women at Gore Mountain is at 10 a.m. And all the way in Canton, Canada, we'll play Sweden in men's hockey. And of course, the rest of the week and for the next 10 days, you will see plenty of action. Today is just day 2 of 11, so if you want to make it out to this iconic American sports city, there is still time. If you can't, we will have live coverage right here on Fox 44 for the next 10 days, so make sure you stay tuned here. We'll have that all the way until Sunday the 22nd for the gold medal game for hockey, which will be played at Herb Brooks Arena. Isabel and Bo, that's all for sports from Lake Placid. Back to you guys.